Can red see is a debate that we had the other day with my team. So some of us were saying that reds can actually see, and some of us were saying reds cannot see. So the argument started with that when you get a red in your space and you're trying to chase it away, what's going to happen is either it is going to, when it's under the bed, for example, and you lift up the bed, it's going to run, and then when you're trying to catch it inside the room, it's either it's going to come towards you, or it's just going to do silly things or bump on the wall and things like that. So because the debate was so heated, we ended up checking it out on Google. It turns out that reds have poor eyesight, and also their hearing is very high, which explains why when you're trying to go towards it, it runs, but sometimes it runs towards you because of the low vision. It doesn't actually feel where or hear where the noise is coming from. That's why it does that. And hi, my name is Samantha. I am currently working as a cashier and I'm building my life. On this episode of Work Wisdom, I bring you that debate. And here are 4 things that I actually picked up from the debate that we actually had. Number 1, curiosity actually keeps work interesting because you are going to ask questions, and that is what is important. You never grow unless you ask questions. If you don't ask questions, whether it is towards a simple matter or something that is complex for you, you actually need to have the curiosity to always ask, because when you do not ask questions, you're always going to be stagnant. And number 2, it is okay to ask questions. You're not going to know everything, in as much as we also didn't know that reds can see or not. And until we checked it out on Google, that's when we actually discovered that reds have low vision, which we never knew. But it is okay to not know everything. And which brings me to number 4. No, it's actually number 4. Which brings me to number 4. And learning can happen everywhere. So you do not need to be in a boardroom, in a classroom, anywhere. You can actually learn anything everywhere. So be willing to learn, be open-minded about things, and that is the only way you're gonna learn. Because when you don't ask questions, when you're not curious, you're not gonna stretch, you're not gonna grow. And lastly, laughter is good for morale, because what do you mean you're going to come to work and you don't laugh? It is not good for you, because it's gonna make work already hard. And also it is very important to bring good relations with your team wherever you work. That is the only way that the work is going to get lighter, because work has its own challenges, but if you have good relationships amongst your team members, it actually makes the shift lighter. Or even if it's meeting wherever you work, so make sure that you create good friendships there. And that's it for today.